Introducing your next lucky t-shirt, courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day.
Nice to have 6 of those guys back
wow.
there.
I've never had that many guys, and it's been really good competition. You know, all those guys are working hard and pushing each other. It makes my job a lot easier.
How deep do you want to go with a rotation? How many guys?
We want one guy to be the guy. Hopefully we can get a guy to step up and be the guy, and maybe a couple guys to give them a break and give us some good reps in there.
So who is that one guy right now?
We have no idea. It's been great competition though with the 6 guys that we have. Yeah.
So even at that depth, would you foresee somebody having the same kind of workload that Trey had last year?
No, we definitely don't want a guy to have to play 80 plays in the game with that kind of depth, you know. But you know, maybe 40 plays. If he's rolling 50 plays, you know, we want to go with the hot hand. Hopefully a guy steps up in the next couple of weeks. So, yeah.
What have you seen from Keith Ford as the season gets closer?
He's really talented. You know, he runs the ball well. He catches the ball well. He's really good in protection. You know, he's got to stay healthy. We didn't get very many practices out of him in the spring. He's got to stay healthy. He's learned the offense, and he's one of those guys that's in the mix to be the guy.
Aside from the depth, would you say the big play element is the biggest difference?
Oh, no doubt. You know, these guys are a little bit faster than Trey Carson. You know, they give us that speed element this year. We got a couple guys we feel like are home run hitters, and they have a chance to go the distance.
How serious of a candidate for that spot is Trevion Williams?
Oh, he's right in the mix. You know, Trey came in the spring and showed that he deserves to be mentioned, you know, with those guys that'll be having a chance to be the first guy run out against UCLA. He's had a really good camp so far. It's only been a couple days, but he's right there in the mix with the rest of those guys.
How happy are you to have Rakeem Boyd on campus after that?
Really, you know, excited about Rakeem. He's a bigger guy. You know, he's just as fast as some of our fast guys. And we felt like he was one of the best running backs in the city of Houston last year in high school football. So we're excited to have him on board.
And with Bussy after the redshirt year, I mean, has that just kind of really helped him in terms of getting him ready to compete for the job?
No doubt. I don't know if you guys know, but he had an injury his senior year. So the redshirt year got him a chance to build some confidence within himself and what we're asking him to do. Bussy's another guy who's having a really good camp so far.
How's Malzoni's run concepts maybe different if they do from the previous 4 years?
There are a lot of RPOs, run pass options, so we feel like that's going to help us in our run game. Yeah, a lot of opportunities for our quarterbacks to get us the right read, whether it's a give or a keep.
Do you feel like the system maybe fits your personnel as far as the run game, maybe a little bit better than last year?
Not so sure about comparing this year to last year because we hadn't played a game yet. We like the system that we're doing right now. We feel like this is going to help us within our run game.
How much are you enjoying working with Noah?
He's great to work with. You know, I've really known Noah a long time, and he's a good guy. He's been around football over 30 years, and he's learned a lot of offense. He's learned more football than I've you know, he's forgotten more football than I know. So he's really great to work with. He takes suggestions from all the guys in the room, and we just get our minds together and try and come up with the best plan.
What about working with Jim Turner on those same lines? What about that?
Jim Turner's one of the best. You know, he really understands what we're doing in the run game, and he tries to get our guys in position to be successful, and he's a great motivator.
Describe Kwame's journey to this point.
You know, Kwame, coming out of high school, walked on. We watched this video and wanted him to come in here and walk on. And as you know, he was able to play some last year, and that's a testament to how hard he worked and how smart he is as a kid. He's probably the smartest kid in our room. He understands, you know, football concepts. He works really hard, and he knows his assignment. And when he gets the ball in his hands, he knows what to do with it.
And it's one of those situations where he could have played somewhere else, maybe on scholarship, but just really wanted to come to A&M.
Definitely could have played somewhere else, but he wanted to be an Aggie. and we're glad he made that decision. He's really one of those guys who gave us a chance to have some depth on last year behind Trey, because Trey was our main guy, but we felt good about Kwame being able to go out there and relieve him a few times.
Clarence, does it strike you as odd or maybe even unfair if you hear that things like, hey, A&M has to do a better job running the football, when last year you had a 1,200-yard rusher?
Right, we had a 1,000-yard rusher, so I mean, doing better than 1,200 yards is what we need to do. I'm excited about us being able to do better. Yeah.
I feel like you're going to better get that yard though when you needed it, when you got to have a yard. That the O-line,
I mean, we had.
cohesive with the run game and get
We always feel like we can get a yard. You know, last year we had a 240-pound running back, and we should have been able to get a yard. You know, I think with our emphasis on our run game, you know, I think we're going to be much better in the run game this year. So hopefully we can get more than a yard.
Coach, will Kwame get to play like he did last year? Get as many carries?
Kwame and the rest of those guys know that the best guys are going to play. You know, so the guys that are most consistent each day and stepping up and showing that they deserve to play. And if he's one of those guys, he's going to play. It doesn't matter if he's a scholarship guy or if he's not. If he's one of the best guys, you know, we're going to play our better guys in the game.
Where's James White at, and do you feel like his best football is still ahead of him?
James White is healthy. You know, I do feel like his best football is ahead of him. He's practicing probably the best this fall than he's practiced since he's been here. So we're excited about James getting his opportunity as well.